This lesson is over order of operations. The order of operations is important because we use the order of operations when solving problems. If there was not an order to follow, there would be several different answers for the same problem. So we needed an order or a set of rules to go by so that we could all be on the same page. The order of operations, I'm sure you've all heard of Pemdas or Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. These are both tools that people use to remember the order of operations. When you're talking about Pemdas, as you can see, I have it written down the side of this page. The P stands for parentheses. That means that when we're looking at a problem, we're going to perform whatever is inside of parentheses first. The E stands for exponents. Remember, exponents are powers, like squared or cubed. The next step would be to solve the exponents or simplify exponents. The M and the D stand for multiplication and division. These are a little bit different. We're going to perform multiplication and division working from left to right at the same time. And then A and S stand for addition and subtraction. We're going to do those the same way that we perform our multiplication and division, working from left to right. So we're going to do parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication and division from left to right, and then addition and subtraction from left to right. I'm going to have you do 2-column explanations of these problems. If you look, it asks us to simplify, which means to solve. In parentheses, I have 9 minus 3, close parentheses, squared, divided by 4. When I'm asking you to do a 2-column explanation, I want you to show your work on the left side and explain to me in words on the right what you did. So the first step, the first thing we look for is parentheses. There are parentheses in this problem. Inside of the parentheses, it says 9 minus 3. So that's the first thing that I need to do to solve this problem. 9 minus 3 is 6. And notice that everything else has stayed the same. So now I have 6 squared divided by 4. The explanation would be that the first step is to perform the operation inside the parentheses. So you're restating what the order of operations tells you. The next step would be to go ahead and square 6. It's the exponent. We've done our parentheses, now we're moving on to exponents. 6 squared means 6 times 6, which is 36. Notice I'm still dividing by 4. I haven't done that yet. The explanation would be next simplify exponents. There's only one operation left, so that's the only thing left to do is 36 divided by 4. 36 divided by 4 is 9, and the explanation would be then you divide. When you're solving these problems, I'm going to ask you to write your answer in the form of a sentence. This statement is the final answer for 9 minus 3 squared divided by 4 is 9. Another example using the 2-column explanation is 6 squared plus parenthesis 11 plus 14, close parenthesis, divided by 5. Using the order of operations, we first look for parentheses. Inside of the parentheses, I have 11 plus 14. 11 plus 14 is 25. So I'm just going to plug in 25 where the parentheses were before. Now I have 6 squared plus 25 divided by 5. The explanation, again, would be first perform the operation inside of the parentheses. Now I'm going to look for exponents. That's the next step in the order of operations. Again, we do have an exponent. Again, it is 6 squared. 6 squared, remember, is 6 times 6, which is 36. So I have 36 plus 25 divided by 5. The explanation is, again, next simplify the exponents. The next thing that I look for when I'm using the order of operations is multiplication or division. There is no multiplication in this problem, but there is division. The division problem is 25 divided by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So now I have 36 plus 5. The explanation would be next multiply and or divide from left to right. Now there's only one operation left for me to do. 36 plus 5 is 41. The explanation would be the last step is to add. If there was subtraction in this problem, we would work our way from left to right. Again, I want my final answer as a statement. This statement says the final answer for 6 squared plus parenthesis 11 plus 14, close parenthesis, divided by 5 is 41. The final example asks us to simplify 15 minus parenthesis 21 divided by parenthesis 5 plus 2, close your parentheses, and squared. This one gets a little bit tricky. If you look at the problem, you'll notice that we have two different sets of parentheses. Our outer set of parentheses would be 21 divided by 5 plus 2. But if you look, there's parentheses inside of those. When we have two sets of parentheses, one inside of the other, we're going to look at the innermost parentheses first. So the first step for this problem would be to do 5 plus 2. If you notice, those are the parentheses that are inside the other parentheses. 5 plus 2 is 7. So showing my work, I would have 15 minus parenthesis 21 divided by 7, close parenthesis, squared. And again, the explanation is first you perform the operation inside the parentheses. Because there are parentheses inside parentheses, we look at the inner ones first. Now we still have parentheses on our problem, so I'm going to have to do another step to get rid of parentheses. 21 divided by 7 is 3, so my problem is 15 minus 3 squared. My explanation would be next simplify the outer parentheses. After I get done doing the operations inside parentheses, I look for exponents. Again, I do have exponents in this one. If there were no exponents, or say there was no parentheses in a problem, you just skip that step. There's nothing for you to do. But again, I do have an exponent. So I'm going to have 15 minus 3 squared. 3 squared is 9. And the explanation would be next simplify the exponents. Now I'm down to one operation left. It's just 15 minus 9. 15 minus 9 is 6. And the explanation would be the last step is to subtract. Again, write your answer as a statement. It says the final answer for 15 minus parenthesis 21 divided by parenthesis 5 plus 2 squared is 6.